Welcome back to 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Gitske. Topping our News at Noon, Governor Gavin Newsom is set to visit Kern County today to address the state's COVID vaccination effort. 17's Aton Wallace joins us live with a preview of his visit. Aton?
And Nicole, good afternoon. This is a rather last-minute visit here when the governor will come to visit Kern County. The governor's office just making this announcement a few hours ago that he will be on his way and visiting Kern County today. Now, the governor's office says Governor Newsom will be in Kern County today, and I quote here, to quote, highlight the state's efforts to administer COVID-19 vaccines quickly and equitably across California. Now, the visit comes on the same day the state is rolling out its new vaccination sign-up system, and that system of course, is the myturn.ca.gov and phone line 833-422-4255. Also today, people in Phase 1B can start to sign up for both doses. They include teachers and education workers, child care workers, emergency services workers, and food and agriculture workers. Earlier this morning, the governor was in Long Beach, that's in Southern California, touring a vaccination site there. That was just one of the several sites he's made he's made to mass vaccination sites over the last few weeks, all up and down the state from San Diego to San Francisco. The governor's now on his way to Kern County, and we will bring you an update later in this newscast as soon as we learn more and have more information about his visit. Reporting live, Aton Wallace, 17 News.
And now to another grim update from Public Health. Kern Public Health reported another 10 lives lost to the virus today. In just the last 5 days, we've learned of 93 deaths, with the majority of those deaths dating back to December. Only 2 of those deaths being reported are from this month. December remains our deadliest month, with 207 lives lost. 15 of those happened on December 22nd. The latest update brings our total death toll to 783. Now, good news, though, our average daily number of cases have dropped below 300 from last month when it was over 1,000. Today, Public Health announced 111 new cases. However, our hospitalizations continue to fall, too. 174 people are in the hospital, according to state data. That's 13 less than reported on Saturday. And 50 are in the ICU. That's down 50 from Saturday as well. And the United States has reached the grim milestone of 500,000 COVID-related deaths since the start of the pandemic. The number of dead is comparable to the population of Atlanta or Sacramento. And according to the Department of Veterans Affairs, it's more than double the number of Americans who died in battle in World War II. According to an NBC News tally, more than 28 million cases have been confirmed in the U.S., with California being the hardest hit state. And starting today, a wider range of people are now eligible to get the COVID-19 vaccines right here in Kern County. But as the county transitions to a new appointment system, knowing who to call can get complicated. Kern County residents can now schedule COVID-19 vaccination appointments through the state's new My Turn system. Now, here's a look at who is eligible to receive the shot right now. Starting today, food and agricultural workers, education and child care workers, and emergency services workers will be eligible to receive vaccinations in Kern County. However, the county said the My Turn system has not been updated yet to reflect the newly eligible group, and it is not known when that will happen. Now, during this transition, residents in Phase 1B can use Kern County's Public Health call center to schedule an appointment at the Kern County Fairgrounds until the My Turn system starts allowing appointments for those groups. Residents who have already received their first dose at the fairgrounds site between February 3rd and February 20th will have to call to schedule their second dose. And if you are in Phase 1A, you can make your appointment through the My Turn system. You'll just visit myturn.ca.gov or call this new number. That is 833-422-4255. And if you're not sure when you'll be eligible to get the shot, you can register at My Turn to be notified when your tier opens up. The county said the system will eventually become the only way California residents will be able to sign up to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. If anyone wants to schedule a new vaccine appointment at the fairgrounds, they must use the My Turn site or their call center, myturnca.gov, or call that number 833-422-4255. Anyone who has already received their first dose of the vaccine at the fairgrounds and is awaiting another one can call them to schedule their second dosage. And also, as mentioned, teachers and agriculture workers can receive the vaccine starting today. Now, Adventist Health Bakersfield will begin administering those vaccines this afternoon. And just a reminder, 30% of the available doses will be offered to those in that eligible category. And we will also have more of a breakdown on this and the vaccines coming up tonight on 17 News. And the Greater Los Angeles healthcare system has announced a COVID-19 vaccination site at its community-based outpatient clinic in Bakersfield. Veterans enrolled in the healthcare system can get their shots tomorrow, but you must make an appointment. It's happening from 10 a.m. to noon and again from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the clinic on Westwind Drive. Veterans can call for an appointment at 310-268-4900. In addition to being a vet, you must be part of an approved group eligible for the vaccine. In your 17 Crime Watch, a man was shot yesterday morning at a popular bar in Northwest Bakersfield. Now, it happened at about 1:30 a.m. Sunday in the parking lot of the Whiskey Barrel on Callaway Drive, just north of Rosedale Highway. Police say when they arrived, they found a man on the ground with a single gunshot wound. A witness told 17 News that the shooting was a result of a fight between two men that broke out inside the bar that moved to the parking lot when the bar closed. The witness says one of the men pulled out a gun and the other raised his hands but was shot anyway. He was taken to the hospital where he is in what police described as critical condition. His identity hasn't been released. Police believe the shooter fled the scene in a white SUV. And we have learned the identity of the man shot and killed Saturday night in South Bakersfield. Police say it happened in the 300 block of South Hayes Street near Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. That happened just before 11 p.m. When officers and first responders arrived, they found 31-year-old Reginald Albert Gordon McCoy Jr. suffering from gunshot wounds. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police have not released any information on the shooter or shooters. Anyone with information on either of these shootings is asked to contact BPD at 327-7111. And one person was wounded in a stabbing in East Bakersfield last night. The stabbing happened near Niles and Haley Streets just before 9 p.m. Police say the man and another person were arguing before the stabbing. Officials say the man was stabbed multiple times. He was taken to the hospital. Meantime, police say they received a shot spotter alert a block away on Oregon Street around the same time of the stabbing. Police say they found a bullet casing, but it's unclear whether it was related to the stabbing. And a man is dead after losing control of his vehicle and crashing into a tree near Mojave. Now, according to the Kern County Sheriff's Office, it happened around 6:30 Friday night. 31-year-old Franklin Lee Jones was driving when he lost control of his car and crashed into a tree off Tehachapi Willow Springs Road, just north of Bacchus Road. Jones was pronounced dead at the scene. KCSO is continuing to investigate. And from our 17 follow-up file, yesterday marked 2 months since two little boys were reported missing from their Kern County home. People from all over the nation connecting and are finding their ways to help. 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin West were reported missing in California City on December 21st. California City police say there are no named suspects in the case and nothing pointing to where the boys could be. But thousands, even from outside the state, are determined to find answers. The purpose is to help find the boys through organizing search parties and sharing information. There are at least 7 different Facebook groups dedicated to finding the boys, some with thousands of members. And if you haven't been closely following this case, join us today for 17 News at 5 for Perla Shaheen's in-depth review of the case, where she'll break down everything we know and don't know so far. All right, now to our roadwork file, a couple road closures to warn you about this week. Now, starting Tuesday, North Stein Road will be closed north of Stockdale Highway as crews work on bridge construction. That closure is expected to last the duration of construction, 18 months to be exact. Drivers are advised to take McDonald Way. And Tuesday through Thursday, the intersection of Stockdale Highway and Stein Road will be closed between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. Welcome back now to education news and the push to get kids back into the classroom amid the COVID-19 pandemic. With the Bakersfield City School District now saying it hopes to start bringing students back for in-person learning in early April. Now, the school district says under state guidelines, schools can reopen if local COVID-19 case rates fall below 25 cases per 100,000 for 5 consecutive days, putting the county in the purple tier. Now, the Kern County's adjusted case rate is 26.8 for the last 7 days. The first group is special education students and pre-K through 2nd grade due to return April 8th. Now, by April 12th, they hope to have up to 6th graders back on campus. Middle school and junior high students will remain on distance learning the program until the county is placed into the red tier of coronavirus-related restrictions. Meantime, Greenfield Union School District is setting its sights on next month, planning to bring kindergarten, 1st graders, and 6th graders back on March 8th. With all elementary grades set to return by March 22nd, again, 7th and 8th graders will continue distance learning at this time. And CASA of Kern County is getting ready to unveil a new clubhouse for their kids. The CASA Clubhouse is designed to support the children. The clubhouse will be a tribute to the thousands of children who have had a CASA volunteer walk by their side. And they're going to debut the clubhouse to the public.
We definitely wanted to unveil this to the community because it is a community-wide effort. If our organization had not been established for as long as we have, we would never be able to dream like this or grow like this. And that's because our community supports CASA and foster youth in such meaningful ways.
Now, the reveal is set for Thursday, March 4th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can attend virtually or in person, but capacity will be limited for those attending in person. CASA is also asking for more volunteers during this time. According to CASA, 50 children are on the wait list for a volunteer to help make their voices heard in the courtroom. If you'd like to volunteer, head to their website, kerncasa.org. And today's a big day. Raise a glass because it's National Margarita Day. Chili's is offering a few delicious deals today. The restaurant chain has $3 house margaritas and $7 premium margaritas. On the Border has a $5 margarita through February 28th, and Jose Cuervo is giving consumers a chance to win $8. All you have to do is follow the brand on social media and thank Todd McCullough, who founded National Margarita Day. The first 200 participants will receive $8 via PayPal. That's the average cost of a margarita.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.